Storm. I'm so disappointed that we got Halle Berry. So she was always, Um, who plays? I don't know. Iceman was in. Um, a lot of the sort of the characters that were big in the first three, they have a smaller part now. They're like you're kind of like, oh, why are we here? Whatever. Okay, let's just do this. That type of thing. Um, Young Beast was really good. He was pretty good. He was okay in the last one, but I think he did better in this one. Nicholas Holt, that's who plays the young Beast, because the older Beast does show up in the end. Let's see who am I missing. Oh, Ellen Page as Kitty. Actually, Ellen Page was really good though. She's a good Kitty. I like her as Kitty Pryde. So she did good in her limited scenes. I'm missing two big ones: Peter Dinklage and Jennifer Lawrence. I saved them for last. I'm gonna start with Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage was an amazing villain as Trask, and I thought he did a good job. I really like how, if you know who Trask is in the comics, he's actually a much taller person. And I like how, they decide, Peter Dinklage is an amazing actor, so what if he's not exactly like this character in the comics, how he looks? We're gonna hire him based on his acting talent. So I really like that. And Peter Dinklage is an amazing actor. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, then you're missing out. Because he personally is part of the reason that show works. So that's Peter Dinklage. Let's talk about Jennifer Lawrence. Now, when I first saw X-Men First Class, I actually did not care for Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. I preferred the original actress from the trilogy that had come out. I'm like, Jennifer Lawrence is okay as Mystique. It was one of the few roles where I'm like, I'm not into it for her. Like, I love her as Katniss, and I think she did great in Silver Linings Playbook, where she won her Oscar. But Mystique, I thought, But she won me over. I don't know, she keeps doing that. She just wins me over, and then, oh well, right? But she actually got to play a different Mystique than what you saw in the First Class. This one is much closer to what you see in the first three X-Men movies. So she actually did a lot better than she did in First Class, because she got to play a character that was closer to who she is in the first three movies, and one that also in the comics, in the cartoon series, and so forth. So that's Mystique. I think she did better. Let's talk about this storyline really quick. It worked the way they decided to do it. They changed it, of course, because in the original comics, for the storyline Days of Future Past, it was Kitty who came back to the past in her conscience, in her own body, her past body. In this case, it's Wolverine. Why is it changed to Wolverine? Obviously, because Hugh Jackman has really become the face of the X-Men franchise. That's one. Another reason was they had kind of changed a little bit, where, she can only do it so far without damaging the person and, putting them back in time so far without consequences to the person's brain. And so originally it was going to be Xavier, but then Wolverine said, well, I can heal, because he has this power, so it works. That little change from the storyline. Of course, let's see, the timeline's a little different, because it's in the 70s. I think in the comics it was in the 80s. And so the timeline's different. That's cool. It works again. Overall, the story's, it's the same story. Someone is getting killed. It causes this catalyst for people to say, we need to build machines that can track mutants and destroy them, and then the machines end up turning on everybody, mutants and human alike. So that part of the storyline was the same. I think it was a different person in the comics. I think it was a politician. That was the target of Mystique. It's still Mystique who's the killer, but I think it was someone else. It wasn't Trask. So they changed it to Trask, and it worked. Again, it worked because he was the one that's coming up with this idea about mutants, and so it actually works very well. Overall, I think it was a great movie. The storyline was really good. I didn't have any issues with it. I think they did good. Yeah. And of course, they made it work because in the end, none of the other movies ever happened. So you kind of wonder what really happened after the events of Days of Future Past. Guess we'll find out in X-Men Apocalypse, which, by the way, was teased at the end of the credits. You got to see Apocalypse building the pyramids, because if you know him in the comics, you know that he's the first mutant and he ruled ancient Egypt. So that's it for today's review. It was an excellent movie. I hope you go see it. Bye.